There's been a slight change in the running order, so next up we will have Marion McDowell. Marion is, forgive me if I mispronounce this, Juneau, in Alaska, where the rugged weather gave her a deep desire to not be out in it. She moved to Northern Ireland in the 1990s for the tropical weather. Yep, completely understandable. And she currently lives in Belfast, where she writes screenplays while moonlighting for a Californian software company. Tonight, Marion is reading Take That, Come Free. Welcome, Marion.
So just briefly, I wanted to explain a little bit about the story I'm about to tell. I spent every day one summer when I was 9 years old sitting with my mother at my grandmother's sewing machine, working on a dress for the state fair, which is a big deal in the States. And every time I sewed a seam the least bit crooked, I had to pick it out and do it all over again. And although looking back, I was very grateful for the skill, for a kid who just wanted to go outside and play with the horses, it seemed a terrible penance. So I felt an echo of real sympathy when I read the old grim fairy tale called The 6 Wild Swans, where the young girl, the sister who has to do all the work to free her 6 brothers from an evil spell, goes through this terrible sewing task with great virtue and then lives happily ever after. But I'm not sure happily ever after makes it all okay. She lost more than a few summer days on horseback, and whatever happily ever after she found doesn't undo what she's lost, the childhood she's had to give away, the time and the choices she's had to give away. And given that my own mother had the patience of a saint to teach the wild, feral child I was how to sew one dress out of soft cloth, I can't imagine how hard it would be to make 6 nettle shirts with only a father and brothers to teach you. And all the while going through a royal wedding and 3 pregnancies. So I thought somebody should look at that. So this is Take That, Come Free. My numb fingers fumble with the needle, frozen and on fire at the same time. I stab the furry leaf, pull the stitch, a mindless rhythm that inches me closer for every welt the nettles raise on my hands. Take that, stepmother. Come free, my brother. Take that. Come free. Crude hedge magic as it is, it can break this curse if repeated often enough. But the magic dies if I speak a word before these are done. Take that. Come free. Making shirts from nettles would be a challenge for the finest seamstress, and I'm making this up as I go along. Line up the leaves, one up, one down, stitch them into whole cloth, shape the cloth into it's more a poncho than a shirt. Look, if they wanted perfection, they should have asked someone else. Besides, I think the magic comes from the pain of it, the sheer drudgery, the frustration of not being able to share this horror with another soul. Not even to swear when I nick my finger. I put it in my mouth to soothe it and stuff the words back down. Oh, my brothers, take that. Come free. My thread ends, bite the cord, tie it up, thread the needle, double it up. Hey ho, the Rathlin bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. That's where I lost them to her. Never a mother to show me how to make tidy stitches, but 6 brothers to show me how to climb a tree and shoot an arrow and throw a punch, and the sweetest knuckleball that ever danced over a base. 6 brothers until Rathlin Island. I wish I could punch my way through this. I'd take the bruises. Take that. Come free. And in that bog there was a tree, a rare tree and a Rathlin tree, the tree we raced up to see who could get the highest. I won, but only because Jared, the youngest, has a terrible fear of heights. And that worries me, knowing he has to fly every day. He must be terrified, wee soul. The first time I climbed a tree, I couldn't get back down. Brendan and Kieran left me there all afternoon. They had to give me their desserts for a week. I wonder what swans eat. I bet they don't get chocolate. Poor lads. Take that. Come free. And on that branch there was a nest. Aidan meant to ask Nadine to marry him, build a nest of their own, raise some chicks. I suppose he'll know how to build a nest after this. I hope she's waiting for him. I liked her. Take that. Come free. And in that nest there was an egg, a good egg, our Declan. He wanted to be a doctor, help people. What kind of person curses a boy like that? Or Finn, who used to make up a silly song for me every morning. He was my favourite. And she had to take that from him too. She couldn't even let him sing. Take that. Come free. We were only on Rathlin for a wee outing with Da and his wife. But she didn't want 7 stepchildren. And she had a wicked magic to her. Come down to the lake. We'll feed the swans. We'll be the swans, more like. And only by the grace of God I hid in the nettle patch. Horrible cow. I bet she's related to my mother-in-law. The child in my belly shifts, kicking my ribs as it turns. My needle stops. Deep breaths. I try not to resent my little passenger. My husband's a good man, or he means to be. But he takes me until there's another child and I'm still a child. I want to be a child and play stupid games with my stupid brothers and hug my father. And not so until my joints are stiff and my back is aching and I'm only 18, but today I feel 80. This one's my third. I don't let myself think about the first 2, taken away by that harpy of a queen mother. Oh, how I hope someone's being sweet to them, that I'll get to see them again one day. Will they even know me? Take that, come free. I rub my eyes and my swollen knuckles. 5 done, 1 more, and then I can tell the world the truth. Though this baby might not wait for me to finish. And I know how that woman wants to see me burn. It's a race. I hope I win. Take that. Come free. Thank you.